right. Jonathan is up first in Salt Lake City, Utah. Jonathan, how can we help today?
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
You bet. What's up?
So a little background. I'm a medical provider. I work in urgent care. So obviously I went and did the college thing. And during that process, accumulated a lot of student debt. The total damage was $320,000.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Was this like MD? What was this? What'd you end up with?
Actually, a PA.
Wow.
So
Did you?
yeah,
Do you still have the debt?
So over the past year, I've knocked it down to $92,000.
Nice work.
Whoa, way
nice
to go.
work.
And yeah, that's part of that is kind of the question. I've had this side gig, this side business for years and years. I actually went through college teaching anatomy on the side. And so we had this little side anatomy lab that I was working at while in school, and it kind of just putted along and kind of did its thing for a while. I mean, it was somewhat profitable, but we decided to go onto social media, I think at the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, created a YouTube channel, and it just went nuts after that. And so what's happened is technically I'm on baby step 2 still here, but this is taking more and more and more of my time to the point where I've gone down to about 20 hours a week as in my medical provider job in the urgent care. And there's this constant pull to just say, you know what, I need to go off of and go full bore into this side gig. I think there's just a lot of fear on my end
Sure.
as far as
how much.
All
right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. George and I are going to walk you through some facts instead of focusing on your fear. All right. So how much money are you making off the YouTube channel?
Oh, geez. That one's a little challenging, I think, because that's part of the fear because YouTube fluctuates a little bit.
Why is it challenging? I mean, you can look and see what you're
What's
making.
your worst month? What's your best month? And what's the average?
I think the average, because I have a business partner, and obviously we have employees and things like that, but my taxes for last year were, I think, about close to $300,000.
Wow. That's what you made. Is that what you personally made?
Yeah.
Off of this YouTube business?
Well, that was with with my provider, medical provider
but
job.
I know, but I didn't ask you that. I want to know how much you are making. What are you paying yourself off of this YouTube channel?
Well, probably around that, $200 to $300 a year, based on a little bit comes out and just mostly draws. I don't take much of a salary every month. We kind of decide, me and my business partner, at the end of each quarter or the end of each year, where that's going.
I'm
we've
still
made more this year than we.
Okay, I'm still confused. So let's. What are you making as a PA right now? What are you making?
So as a PA, I make about $80,000 just because I'm doing the 20 hours a week.
Okay, and so now you're on track to make $200,000 or $300,000, give or take, $100,000 on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're clearly making more on YouTube. You are paying yourself more from your YouTube channel, a good bit more than you are as a PA. True?
True.
Well, so how much money have you? You can make the move now, or you can say, I'm going to stay in the PA job. I'm going to continue to build the YouTube channel and grow it. Clearly, the thing has taken off, and that's a serious amount of cash, man. And kudos to you. So it's really your call here. We want you to pay off the debt. So maybe you stay in the PA position and keep double earning there until you knock out the debt and get through baby step 3 and get the emergency fund in full, 3 or 6 months, and then make the move. But you can make a case, George, that he could do it now, because you can always go back to being a PA. If for some reason you start sucking with all the YouTube videos.
YouTube changes its algorithm, and all of a sudden you're making half of that. But even then, you're still making $150,000 a year from YouTube alone. And so once this debt is knocked out, your expenses are way down. You've been living on less than you make, clearly, to get this debt knocked out. Yeah. So I like the plan because you said the fear is coming into play of sticking with the PA job at 20 hours a week, knocking out the debt, getting a fully funded emergency fund of 6 months. And then it's not a leap. You're just taking a soft little step off the dock there onto the boat.
Yeah. Okay.
How's that feel?
It feels pretty good. I mean, I think my biggest issue there's growth that can happen in the YouTube channel because we're going into other, obviously, social media platforms and things like that. And so the battle is always just, I can do this faster if I have 20 more hours that I can just dump into, the job. But it's an irrational fear. I understand that. It's like people in my life have said, you can always go back to being a PA.
That's what I just said. I literally just said that. So I don't think this is risky either way.
Okay.
We told you the safe plan. George and I agree on the safer play. Can I ask, and I don't want this to be a big endorsement, so if you turn it into one, I'll cut you off, but I'm just curious. Are you teaching about anatomy on YouTube? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, we started our own private cadaver lab because, that's a normal thing to do.
Oh my gosh. So you are working on cadavers on YouTube and teaching anatomy? So like people are watching you guys do this? That's what the deal is?
Yeah, so we'll do a video on the heart and how the heart works, and we'll show an actual heart, and obviously we'll use graphics and pictures and stuff like that. It's kind of like the channel to help anybody learn more about their body.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Very
stuff.
Cool.
Definitely not want to have a snack while you're watching that.
No, I was just going to say.
I wouldn't.
Well, there's riches in the niches, Ken. And so if you ever think,
what?
Is there? Yeah, you never heard that before?
Say that again,
There's
please.
riches in the niches. This guy
riches
decided.
in the niches.
I'm going to zoom into this weird little slice of the internet, making a YouTube channel about anatomy, and he's making way more than he does in his full-time job.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Well, I tell you, George, this is more evidence that higher education and education as we know it is in big trouble. People are going to YouTube to learn this stuff. I mean, it's
more interesting.
It is more interesting.
Jonathan's teaching it instead of your professor.
Oh, by the way, it's free.